Today, we're painting the Helsinki Cathedral with bold contrasts, simplified shapes, and just a suggestion of detail, letting the untouched paper glow like real city lights. For today's painting demonstration, I'm working on the Helsinki Cathedral, but this is from Finland, of course. And it's a nighttime scene. It's actually a lot going on in the picture, and I'm trying not to get too detailed and too tight because I'm going to drive myself crazy if I do that. So my goal was to do this entire painting, start to finish, in just a matter of 1 to 2 hours maximum. And I like to start with the background first because there's no point in doing all the detail of the buildings and going to the background at the very end and screwing up the whole thing. So I always start with my backgrounds first. And I'm working with some Harmonia super granulating colors that I bought in Japan. And I've been putting off working with these guys for months because I can't find them in the States. So if I fall in love with these paints, I'm not going to be able to get them again very cheaply. And in Japan, it was just dirt cheap. So that would kill me if I had to pay a lot of money for these guys. So the color I'm using right now, it's called, I don't even know what it is. It's like Witch Bordeaux, I think, is the red. And the blue is like Arctic Ocean, I believe is what it's called. These are all super granulating, 2 or 3 colors in the tube. You could technically probably make them yourself. And what I was doing with that sky wash was I was going from just the reddish color to more of the bluish color, not mixing the colors too much together on the paper, letting them just touch and kiss. And I did that in an angle, of course, because that's easier to let gravity move everything down. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and I'm going to work on the water wash. And I want to make this a little bit darker than the sky. In the picture, this is significantly darker than the sky. Usually water is a little bit darker than your sky washes. If you don't get that right, water doesn't really read as water very well. And because these are super granulating colors, what I'm doing in here is I'm just doing this big wet wash, coming back into it with more water and color on top of it. So I do want to get some separation. I do want to get blossoms. You can see at this point in time, I'm painting completely flat because I don't want gravity moving things the wrong direction. I switched over here now my yellowish color, which is kind of a yellowish brown. I'm doing lots of dry brush work, and I'm just trying to get the impression of details without actually getting into too many details. And I realized the sky wasn't dark enough, so I went back up into the sky and I did more of the darker colors and bring this downhill at an angle, of course. You can see that tape I had underneath the board here. And once I was happy with that, then I went back to the buildings again. That first layer is dried already, so I'm coming back into here with darker details. I'm doing lots of like little window shapes. I'm not trying to make things perfect. I'm not trying to make things too geometric. I want things to be not completely symmetrical, even though it is architecture. I do lots of scratching and scraping into the wet paint so it doesn't look perfect. Again, we're just going for the impression of detail. I mean, you know that this is some sort of big church building in Europe just by looking at it. I don't have to do hours and hours of detail work because it also drives me absolutely bonkers. Getting into the background a little bit, putting some of those darker shapes down, just suggestive geometric shapes renders architecture. Going from section to section, bouncing around while things are still wet because I hate to use hair dryers. Dabbing off color if it's too dark with a paper towel or a thirsty brush. Trying to edit these guys is a nightmare because I'm constantly turning my board around. It takes me forever just to get the orientation correct, semi-correct. And darker darks. Now I'm using more of the Arctic Ocean and the Witch Bordeaux. I think I threw a little bit of Soda Light Genuine into here too because that was sitting on the table. And then the details in the foreground area. These are like suggestive of boat shapes and people and all the things all on the dock. And again, I'm not doing a whole lot of detail. I'm doing my dark darks. I'm coming back with some whites, throwing some white spots into there. I'm doing a little bit of scratching and scraping. I couldn't do a lot of scratching on this because this is, I'm working on Balhong paper, which is the super rough paper. You really can't scratch into rough paper. And now I'm mixing up some pure white paint. I'm coming in here with just some pure whites just to get more of the impression and details. This is my favorite type of painting. Like I like to do this stuff fast. If it looks good, it looks good. You only spend a couple hours on it. It's nothing worse than spending hours and days working on a super detailed painting and stepping back from it saying to yourself, oh man, that's really not very good. If that happens with a painting like this, if I've only spent 2 hours on it, I'm not that upset. I'm not going to go home and not sleep. I'll be okay. But if it's something you spent weeks on and it still stinks, then that's disappointing. And these little guys, sometimes I like what happens with them so much that I'll turn the little ones, this is a quarter sheet painting, it's 11 by 15. Sometimes I'll turn these guys into big paintings later. I'll take the ideas I had and I'll improve upon it for the larger paintings. That's the theory. Sometimes it doesn't work out that way. I'm just taking a look at it to see where I want to make some adjustments here. And I still have to do more work on the foreground here, so I'm coming back in with a tiny little brush on my pure white paint. I think I'm using a little bit of white gouache at this point in time. Looking at the picture, and I was trying to find my white paint here. I couldn't find it. So time to tear the studio apart. I thought everything organized. I did not. Gives me time to think about what to do next. And I thought was reorganize the studio after I'm done with this. Oh, so white paint, just to pull back some highlights. You could scrub back to the white of the paper. This is rough paper. It's kind of hard to cut back. White gouache works just fine too. All those little details I missed. I like doing this better than using masking fluid. Sometimes to do these white details, I also just use a razor blade and cut back to the white of the paper. The reason I didn't on this one is because rough paper is a little bit harder to cut into also. And the highlights on the water here, you've got to have highlights on water too. Water is completely reflective, so it's going to reflect a little bit of the colors and the things that are in the background. Don't forget that. Don't treat it individually. I did use a hairdryer there for a second. Now I'm actually cutting with a razor blade to get back to some white areas. I had some spots in the skies. I got the paper wet and I'm soaking it up with a thirsty brush right now, then hair drying it. More and more details. I missed there were a couple sections I forgot to paint up in here. I'll just go back and do that. That's the Helsinki Cathedral at night, built with deep values, minimal detail, and strong contrast to keep the paper shining like bright Nordic lights. Try it and watch your whites come alive. If you enjoyed this content, please hit subscribe. If you're interested in all the materials used in this painting, check out the YouTube description below. Thank you for watching, and happy painting.